Hit that like button and subscribe. As I wait for my people to come up in here, man, to think about the Black Holocaust and what this means, family. I can't even rest right now. I was gonna take a rest, but I realized it was already time for my next class. Press one. I realized that my more senior students need a place where they can excel and become more acquainted with this new form. And I promised them I'm gonna come on every day, and after I get off, I'm gonna come back. So why not just give them another class? Press one and just let them know how great you really are while they out here trying to take our credit. Because if we don't stand up and start speaking, they gonna take our credit. Press one. And we all know we need our credit for everything that we do. I got one for you. And this one right here is a doozy. I come on every day and I say I got it. And it's more and it's more and it's like a honestly it's like a fun roller coaster. It's like the best roller coaster I've ever been on, honestly. And boy, I got off the air and I'm listening to a little music and I'm chilling. Then I get an email. Blue. And I'm listening to that old song about time goes by so slowly. And I'm singing up in here. I'm all emotional. Press one, Kev is up in this bitch emotional. I'm singing about the people stuck in time. I'm just reminiscing. I got a bloop bloop. Press one. And I already know it. I try not to look. Oh, it's an email. Goddamn student. Damn student. Gonna ask me a question. I'm all up in the spirit. But I didn't reject it. I didn't say, hey, you supposed to bring me this in class. No, because I knew somebody got to be in the spirit to get this right now. Perfect timing. Right? God damn it, Coop. Coop wants to be released from the bungalows. Press one. But no, as I always say, everybody has a different perspective, which is great because as a collective, it builds. The foundation's solid. That's the thing about it. Our foundation is solid. But what I'm about to show y'all right now, y'all saw the title, The Alchemical Breakdown. Somebody said that's the satanic pentagram. That's because you don't understand metaphysics. Why they keep emailing me about my thumbnails? Why don't they just call in and say, I know what that is? Because I'm going to ask you, do you know what it is? Wow. Kev can't never do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I can't just come to my class since everybody caught up and shit. Have fun with my audience. What is this? And I don't want to hear nothing about the cheat sheet, the Illuminati. I don't want to even see no cheat sheets or none of that shit. The satanic agenda. No. What is this here? Let me know what this is. Coffee and Kush TV. Because I don't know how long y'all going to keep me here. And that's why I'm doing my shows, bro. It's up to y'all. It's up to you to want to learn more. I'm not finna waste my time doing any more. I got a Patreon because we just, for the first time in my Patreon career, we doing really, really well. Press what? I don't want to tell Satan what's up. You feel me? But we're doing really, really well. Press one. I got enough support, right, to do this full time. Press one, not just full time. Overtime makes you shit you want to put in overtime. Press one. Make you want to do overtime. When your boss say you want to do overtime, that's how my support group is. You want to do overtime? For sure. I don't mind coming in if I do. Press one. Come on, Chris Cook. Come on, Chris Cook. I'm sorry about that. Call it in. Because the Moors ain't going to tell us nothing, Chris. You got to be the one. The Moors ain't gonna tell us. They gonna send us back into the land of the ocean. We not trying to go there. They gonna tell us we gotta come to the temple and we gotta find out any more. They gonna say, hey, bro, if you want to know more, bro, you gotta come to the temple and learn about what each word mean in Hebrew, then the Greek, and then the Spanish came. That's one. Next thing you know, you ain't went nowhere but eternal debt bondage. Hit the like button and subscribe. Why are you looking at me like that? Damn. I'm trying to give y'all some great stuff. Women like this. Press one, fellas. They see some shit, they think I'm going to get them, bro. I'm out. Listen, I'm trying to help you. It ain't a trick. I feel like a fucking parrot. What the fuck is this shit, y'all? What the fuck is this shit? And everybody's like, that's how I feel. What the fuck is this? Hold on, bro. Let's talk to make the lightning load on on this. How about we're taking allegories and all religious constructs to be able to explain it. How's that one? Damn, we good. Damn. All right, KevRow is KevRow. I told you, Coffee and Kush. You hanging out with me now. What's up? You got to know what this is. What is it? Air. What is that? Spirit. Water. Fire. Earth.
Unknown caller.
See? See? That's Captain Planet.
Florida.
Coffee and Kush TV. You on the air. We in our science program today. What's going on?
Okay, this is Deborah from Florida.
Deborah from Florida. What is this thing
Yes,
here?
sir. And
Go ahead.
that representation to me, from what I've been studying, it looks like some kind of representation of holding the man in the 5-star trust.
Yes. And the what? 5-star what?
5-star trust, sir,
So
which Mr. Horton was speaking of.
yeah. Okay. So the 5 year. So all right. Let's before we get. Oh, Deb. All right. I'm not saying you're wrong. You're right.
Okay.
I'm saying from an alchemical standpoint, Deb, not not the actual what it is. I want to know from the family because a lot of our people are caught up in allegorical concepts. So
Okay.
so it's good to hear the allegorical concepts, but you went straight in for the juggler and says this is actually this is actually Kev. There's a 5-star. What did you call it?
I thought it was called the 5-star trust, that the banker robber barons hold over the original organic man.
Yes. And so, Deb, you play a great role here at KevRow. We thank you, of course. You you just so real, and so am I. And you can't beat that. Can't find that just anywhere, Deb. So look, when you
Yes,
see
sir.
this on the screen, allegorically, you will say spirit, water, fire, earth, and air. What does that mean? What does that mean in allegorically or scientifically per se? Holding him in that
All of it.
pentagram. Go. What does that mean? Go ahead.
All of it.
All of it.
The whole universe. They have everything in I don't know.
Okay. Okay. So his whole.
A cage.
Okay. So Deb, let me get this. So you really cannot explain it in words, but you know it in your heart, in your spirit. I can feel it. Let me try to
Yes.
let me do a better job at saying it. All right. You see,
Thank you.
he's in the middle of a controlled world, and they're using his spirit, water, fire, earth, and air around that controlled mechanism, like Universe 25.
Ooh.
You see? So his
Okay.
world has to be not, a world circle within circles?
Yes.
You ever heard of that saying? That's what we looking at on the screen, huh? You see that?
I have heard circles
Okay.
within circles. I
Okay.
have seen them. Yes.
Right, right. Knowings within knowings. Well, you got to keep the source at that level where
Okay.
where his mind, body, and spirit, what he eat and sees and experience is controlled, like the Truman Show, per se, in a set and
Okay. Like the
controlled.
rats.
Say it again.
Like the rats
Like
in the Universe 25.
aren't don't now don't didn't they supplement rats for black people?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so then we're
Yes,
dealing with
sir. They are
rats here.
using that
Absolutely.
word to describe.
It was a reason behind that whole rat using the rat and knowing how to exterminate. But they would have to keep him. Let's consider that the dark womb, the matrix.
Okay. No light.
No light, no spirit. So how do you do that? You got to keep him and her, but really him because it's him. His spirit got to
Yes.
be antichrist. The water got to be polluted. The fire, I don't know what that will probably go send them through turmoil and grief throughout their lives or his life. Earth,
Yes.
ground bound, and air, whatever that this whole thing means. I'm just trying to give a perspective towards this theory that popped in my brain while I was off, hanging out. So let me come back.
Uh-huh.
So what do you think
Thank
about
you.
that? What do you,
Thank
what,
you.
what do you think about that?
You coming back is great. What do I think about the alchemical? I
Yes.
don't know a lot about alchemical, but I do know that it is everything in a man, that all those things are
Create
within a man.
and create the carbon effect.
I see that as your
Source of power.
a way to hide it. The whole everything is about hiding it.
I got you.
It's
And
not about
I know.
revealing.
So they hide it scientifically and alchemically. We'll never learn that. Science.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so there's hiding it. But what if it was more simpler? What if all this meant something different on a bigger scale? Just this is what it is scientifically. So call back and let me.
Mm.
I'm finna show you something and tell me what you think about this, okay? And then call back.
Yes,
Deborah,
sir.
thank you so
I,
much. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. But I'm finna show y'all something exactly what I mean. Now you know. Now you know the United States holds up the Israeli flag, that Jewish flag. It says it's the Jewish star, the Star of David, or the seal of Solomon. Press one. All of this is important as young Pharaoh. Why is this important? I came back on to hit him with a tiger uppercut. You feel me, ladies? Sometimes Kev just be sitting and chilling, and why not? Why play my video game? Why? Why can't I just get back on and boom? You thought you was going to sleep? No, this is really sleep. Just wake up, Craig. Wake up, Craig. Get up, Craig. Get up, Craig. Arm, leg, arm, head. Press one. Is this what this is? Wow.
Not like this.
Not like this. What?
Not like this.
I told you. Press one. Why you think it's on 19 Keys hat, that little star inside the crescent moon? Inside the black woman's womb. Press one, the dark universe of Kali Ma, while she on Earth going
Unknown caller.
crazy. Talking about my coochie pink and my booty hole brown.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
I love this class. Adult school. Coffee and Kush TV, you're on the air. What up?
What's up, bro? This is Extinct Prism.
This who?
Extinct Prism in the chat.
Extinct who?
Prism.
Prism.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Back away from the microphone. Your P's was coming in kind of tough. I didn't know what the hell you were saying. But my man, Prism
Okay.
in the chat room. What up, champion?
What's up, man? So when you got to talking about that alchemy and that philosopher's stone and all that,
I,
man, I started doing some research, and I think this shit deeper than we thought it was.
no, wait. Who is we and who are you? I don't know you. What you mean deeper than what we thought it was? How, you don't know how.
Okay, well I take y'all. Okay, well I'll take you out of it. I know you're the professor, so I'm gonna just say this. Like when I was looking at what you were talking about earlier, I was thinking like, okay, now you remember in the Bible, in the book, when it was talking about how the fallen had gave man like tools and weapons and all of
Right,
this stuff.
right.
Okay, so I'm thinking like, what if it's so deep to the fact that like they started off as like warlocks and witches, and the whole like alchemy thing is like taken because before we fell from grace, we weren't of flesh, we were of light, and then God wrapped us in flesh and then expelled us from the garden.
Go
So
ahead,
what
bro.
if like what if alchemy is like the study of the God body?
Well.
Because
Let's let's say it again. Let me hear exactly what you're saying. Go ahead.
okay, so think about it like this. Like think about it's two creation stories in the Bible, right? Now my own personal theory is that God gave the earth to the fallen first. And I feel like that's what all these hominids and all they
Sir.
created the first well,
Okay, go ahead. We talking allegories. Go
they
ahead.
created they created the first they created like the first by like what's the word, like hominids, right? They created the first hominids. And then I think they got proud in their creations and started seeing themselves as creators. And I think God one up them when he made Adam and Eve.
Go ahead.
And that's where the whole serpent, so he corrupted, so he created the finest form of what the fallen thought they was making. And the whole alchemy is when we fell from grace,
Go ahead.
it's taking our compass,
Go ahead.
it's taking our composition and running magic on that shit. Like the fallen taught, because think about, like, you know how they try to convince us that like black folks is like the oldest people on earth. What if the white man is older, right? Like when he was in his Neanderthal form,
Like his
and his Denisovans and them hominids,
like his hominid,
right? He was
oh, I
he was
feel
in the
you.
hominid
like
form.
like Prometheus.
Then when God, bro, and then when God created the Adam, he created the perfect hominid,
All
the
right.
perfect us.
The perfect man.
That's why they also got us in the circle, right?
Okay.
So that's the perfect form of the hominid. And when we fell from grace, part of like quote unquote selling your soul is a genetic offering.
Okay.
So when we fell from grace, we gave our genetics to create the first white person, like to give perfect form to the serpent seed. So but they limited in form. So they take us and run alchemy on us because we are God-like wrapped in flesh.
But you, sir, it seems like you think you God body and you're a little Muslim 7%er is what
No,
the
I'm not on that. I'm
that
not
what
on no
that
God
what
body
they,
shit.
no, I'm just playing. That's what they said. But I hear what you saying.
No, bro,
I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you, champ. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm just fucking with
Okay.
you, champ. Go ahead, bro. Just
Okay.
just
Because the furnace, bro, I started look. When you start talking about alchemy, I looked into the Philosopher's Stone, right? And I came across this guy who had wrote this book way back when on the secrets of alchemy.
way back.
And bro, when you I don't know, it's a YouTube video. So he's like narrating the book. So while he's narrating it, he's showing like all of these old pictures. Bro, all they got is furnaces and shit, right? So they started off on some like, okay, purifying. First you have to be pure in order to understand this. So I'm thinking like, okay, what if like the first warlocks and witches, the shit that they had learned how to do was so heavy just off the fact of how you're going to have to like take
like
life
iron,
to
I like
create.
iron working.
Yeah, like bro,
like metal
okay,
branding and stuff like that, all that
like
shit
man,
that come
like
with
everything
and
we teach
chemicals and
you
shit like
comes
that.
with life.
Hmm.
Yeah, like you were saying
Yeah.
with Lovecraft. I remember on the scene of Lovecraft when they was teaching I don't think not Lovecraft, I think it was The Witcher. They was teaching this witch how to learn how to use magic, right? And they were showing her like in order for you to be able to use your gift of magic, you have to take away something. So in order for her to do a spell, she had to hold a plant. And by her performing the spell, it literally sucked all the life out of the plant. So when I thought about that, I thought about how like when the fallen first started teaching man how to manipulate like this realm, like how to really manipulate the matrix outside of the construct of what God had already made. Because like the fall, like I started thinking about, man, I'm all over the place. But then I started thinking about Tron. Like you seen on Tron when the nigga first made the digital reality, how he had to split himself in order to make creation inside the digital realm. And then when he split himself, him and his other half started creating inside the digital realm. Then all of a sudden, like people in it, like life came out of that creation. So I'm thinking like, okay, well, if these things were here when God first created everything, then they got the codex on the matrix, but they probably didn't they thought they knew because they watched God make earth, but then they didn't know.
Sir, why don't you just stay in the world of the world fairs and that chemical based manipulation of atom? This is a lot simpler. You don't went all the way around. This was the craziest roller coaster. No, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. I feel
Because
you.
bro, if you
This is
think
what it
about how
does.
they started
But
doing this shit,
but calm
how did they
down.
learn, bro?
Calm down. Wait a minute. Wait a
Like,
minute.
gee,
Stay
this
within
is
the
crazy.
stay in the realm within the alchemical breakdown of the black man. You ain't gotta go too far off, man. But yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna
you
go back to
right
I'm gonna go back
here.
to what I was talking about.
You right here in other places. The class ain't up on that yet, so we wasn't
I
really
feel it.
knowing
I
where you
feel
was
it.
coming from because we didn't watch that video. You feel me?
Oh my bad. Look,
No, don't
I ain't
worry
gonna
about
lie. Like, bro, I'm telling you, like, cause when you showing us like the sinister plans and the way they doing shit, I start thinking about how they even gained this knowledge and how like
But
deep it is. Like how like
no, bro.
how
But let
layered
me
the evil
explain it.
is.
It ain't. It's layered within nations within our government. So in thought processes, this stuff is just layered in the alchemical upbringing of what I was saying. So just sit down, young Mohammedan, over there in row 54, okay? And we'll be right back with you, champion. Coffee and Kush TV. You feel me? You're not finna talk me silly now, young man. I know they taught y'all silly. Press one. Oh my goodness. You can't make this up. I say, what the hell? Coffee and Kush TV. See, they know I'm coming, so they know, like, damn, we got to get up there and do anything. What they got up here with dumb, you know what his shit sounded like? Elmo World. See, y'all like y'all goldfish, yo crayon too. Now go sit your ass down over there, my little Mohammedan friend. Here's one. Hit that like button. It's burden early. Kermit the Frog. You got to talk to them with Sesame Street characters. Press one. Forgive my Mohammedan brothers. I told you that star is on their hat, so ain't no backing out. So press one. They try to call in with confusion. Hi, Kev. How you doing, buddy? Press one. Mr. Gillespie. How you doing, buddy? They can't debate me. How you doing, buddy? And I agree with everything. How are so many layers? I don't think we will never figure this one out. You been in mode for how many years? You better come out of that. you better start to begin to figure it out. Press 1. You just stuck in that realm, see? You're one of these people who got to wear one of these hats and be a magician to help keep them. You know what I'm saying? Won't you be like RZA and try to expose the pharmaceutical companies who are putting things in the food to keep us and only giving us one perspective, but at least it's some type of help. Because Mr. Gillespie is here to bring you the whole thing. All of it. Head, arm, leg, arm, and all the way around again. Press 1. I should have been Eddie Guerrero. I get that from Eddie Guerrero before he does the frog splash. Bars. Before he does the Guerrero frog splash. Hit that like button. That's why I dove off the deep end, nigga, without a narrow mind. I'm just like so metaphysically, simplistically, barlific. Press 1. I got bars, bro. You don't even know if I'm going scientifically or what. Damn. Bullets Gotti sitting in the back of the classroom with his dunce hat on. Press 1. Retarded looking motherfucker. Little German. Press 1. Oh my goodness, this is so fun. This is so fun for me because I got something. I had to get this out the way because I knew they was calling in. They think this is about them, but it's not, guys. Slow down, fellas. Not yet. Not yet. Look at your neighbor and say, not yet. Kev got something special on the line. How much time I got? This is 27 minutes in already. And I'm finna get the people something they ain't never seen. Press 1. It's because I got love in these streets. Why you mad at me? I'm finna give them something they ain't never seen, champion. Now watch this. My man Coop finding a news article that goes right into what we talking about. Reality and alchemically. Press 1. Now, no Serapis Bays are needed right now. No Lil Bay characters and people that don't know nothing, that stay in Wonderland. If you don't know nothing, stay there. If you're not allowed to think for yourself, stay exactly where you is. This is dangerous information right here, boy. Simple. This is that type of stuff you learn in the morning, but you learning it right now in the afternoon. Now watch this. Now watch this, y'all. I want to show y'all something. Oh, well, let me continue to discuss how women worship this stuff. And they can't say, oh, no, we don't. Press 1. Yes, you do. Y'all worship the moon cycles. Look, now you in it too. See, it ain't just his dumb ass. It's you. Press 1. You're not going anywhere because you got him in this, woman. This where you got him. You want to know why they stuck in hell? Because the life you gave them. Yes, ma'am. You see that eye up there? You know what this is. Press 1. Yep. Your little moon cycle. Yeah. Woo!
It's the you.
It's the you, fellas.
Kev Gills, I got you on me. Yeah, man. Welcome to the U, have a seat. The only professor applying pressure when he teach. Big cloud in these YouTube streets. I cheat like Wiz Khalif. Call it in if you gon' speak. Press 1 when you checking in. I got the merch, copper coffee, a kush shirt. Support the brand if you support the man. With the spirit of Steve Coakley, they can't hold me. Back them down and fade away on them like I'm COVID. Only straight shooter on this computer. Who else you know gon' bring it to your real truth? Hallelujah. More haters, more moderators. Get yourself timed up for making outlandish statements. Yeah, ain't no playing. Bungalow 54 is where you go with the herd. I got no patience. Either for God or you love Satan. It's reclassification over entertainment. It's the you.
Hold you.
Everybody wanna have a school.
It's the you.
Care less what a hater say you do. It's the you.
Yes,
Press one to keep
sir.
support. If you don't press two, it's the you.
See, y'all in trouble now.
Nothing over here but the living true. It's the you.
Press one, press one.
Press one, press one. Press one, press one. Press one, press one. Press one, press one. Press one, press one. Press one, press one. Press one, press one. Everybody wanna have a school, but it's for you. Care less what a hater say you do.
Oh my goodness. You know what's funny? You know what's funny? I love this shit because the truth is just like that. It hit me in my head out of nowhere. So we thinking now, right? So they got us in lunar time. Women keep us where? In lunar time. Reaching out. I'm wishing on a star. Trying to find out where you are. Pastor Joe singing that. And I wish for all the window view. And I wish for all the loving you. And your ass never thought you'd see. Press one. Yeah, press one, fellas over there. Get them, bro. They got them, bro. They got us, bro. They got you in the lunar. Now, what we know the time that the devil, we know their calendar in their inception. They're in motherfucking time immemorial. They got 1,000 years way the fuck back there what little man was talking about in the beginning of Neverland. Press one. Way back there. Now, the women, it's important that the men stay way back there, right? Now, the women got to do what? What you think the women is thinking about? What sign are you? What Kendra G say every day? What's your sign? What's your sign? Oh, girl, my period finna come. Press one. Oh, girl. Oh, this one. Did you know our periods control the waves on the water? Man, no, your period don't do shit. Your period don't control no goddamn moon. Press one. See, that's that shit. Now the man is inverted upside down. When you got him in time immemorial, press one. And then you got his spirit upside down, thinking he worshiping God, but he worshiping the moon. Hit the like button and subscribe. No, I'm finna get you right now. That's why y'all be stressed out, tied up. The girls be like, let me tie you up. You be like this. You don't even know a whole sexual Illuminati ritual. Alchemical baby you're trying to be. Yeah. They trying to have a little zip with the drip with you, buddy. Yeah, you don't want to birth a zip with the drip. He's zip with the drip is a child of the fallen. Press one. Lord, with the eyes crooked. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So this is what it is. Don't act like y'all don't be out here on no Twilight shit, ladies, on some trying to make the shit sexy. Only the clothes y'all wear is sexy. Everything else is scary. We gambling. We gambling with you. Press one. All this Aquarius. Now look what you got us sucked in. Antichrist behavior. Rather than get the law, got Compton cuz tied up like this at the end of a bedpost. Talking about we gotta get him. Press one. Hit the like button and subscribe. Stop acting like you don't hear me though. Press one, hit that like button. See, now look, they turn him upside down. They turn him into Peter. That's young Pharaoh. Compton cuz got sucked in. Press one. They trying to put him into hell. And they want us to go to, you see the Baphomet with the hands upside down? Press one. They want to turn you from right side up to upside down geographically. So this stew is going to be taking some time. You don't see it, do you? See, X marked the spot. You don't really see it. But KevRow, has survived many things on earth. I told y'all it was going to get good. It's all about theater now. It's all about theater. Press one. Y'all alchemically got us bound and sticking us face first in the furnace and worshiping foreign gods that we think is up, but we really down, as that compass said in the 19 oh whatever map. Holla at your boy. Kev spent the most time teaching today. It's 8/8/2023. It's sweeps week, man. Press one. I'm teaching today. Sonetta, raise your hand. Yeah, I got you now. And so we got to be able to understand, sisters. You got to come out of the Holocaustic perspective. The spiritual earth, wind, and fire. Press one. This old Lovecraft that y'all got over man, making him an inverted. Press one while you go off in your fantastic, feministic, Marcy Darcy, Al Bundy neighbor looking ass. Press one. Based off a moon cycle. This where the T-93,000s want us. Princella want us there. Talking about we got to put stumbling blocks. We got to tie them up and hang them upside down before the furnace for them to get it right. But y'all understand what I'm saying. Now watch this. Now how do you do this, ladies? The breakdown comes from this. Now you ain't never heard this before. You feel me? So that's how I know my perspective is otherworldly. So look at this. This is gonna be even better because I'm teaching them too. This is gonna be even better. So you see the Satan logo from right side up, man, and doing this, and then inversion, Satan. You see it? If you look closely, you can see Satan's face in the middle of the goddamn motherfucker, and the whole goat face is in the pit, upside down pentagram. Boom. Boom, champ. Look at Kev teach. Nigga, mama. I told you I was gonna make you proud, mama. What? I'm about my mama house when I make it. Mama. You see this shit? Mama, look at this shit. Got they ass. KevRow. So the whole time they trying to invert you and turn you into a devil by using magic. Press one. But what type of magic are we dealing with here? How do you get the first alchemical atom into a satanic fallen state and keep him fallen? Press one. Tiger uppercut. Press one. I wish I had some special effects. I'm gonna find me some white and Asian friends. So when I go bam, it creates special effects. Press one. In fact, they create these things. Hit the like button and subscribe because this is fire right here. Sonetta got a whole debate coming up and forgot about Kev. He gotta be the truth. No, I'm not finished yet. I'm waiting for you to soak it all in. Call it in right now. So the women got you here, and so the mind body is upside down, working on two different times. Allegorical, space, and time. 1,000-year. Nothingness. And that's where they all operate. Keep you stagnant so you don't know who you are. Right now. Anything outside of you knowing who you are is this right here. Guarantee it. Spiritually, this is what's holding you back from God. Not because God don't want you, because you ignorant and you serve Satan, which is this stuff here. The science behind man in a fallen state. Why do you think fallen angels gave it to you? Who you think dressing these women up like men who want to be women? This is weird. I'm out of here, bro. The white women are wearing bonnets now on airplanes, being ghetto with flip-flops. I love it. I love this ghetto shit. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. Only in America. Now this was gonna hurt a little bit. This one is courtesy of Coop himself. Press one. Shout out to. Let me make sure. Yeah, I think it's Coop. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I could be, but I doubt it. I doubt it. No, this is tomorrow's subject, so be very, very quiet on this one. Don't tell nobody, or they're gonna try to copy. Press one, and don't give us our credit. Now look at this. What do you have here, family? Well, now you have a whole different construct coming into fruition. You see, it's all based off of science. And I told you they was going to beat you alchemically. So the star is there. You got it? It's there. Both of them. All of them. The Star of David, the pentagram, all of it is there. All of it. So here we go. These are the points that make up the division, the alchemical destruction of Adam to keep him in a fallen state. You ready? Nitrates, carbohydrum, carbide, power, electric, etc. Hydroelectric division. Upside down star at the top. Press one. It's going to go into many different areas. Limestone goes back into that. Mining division. Coal mining, ore mining. We knew what these chemicals was doing. Well drilling, stone drilling. So what is it starting to look like? Okay, another division. Iron and sheet aluminum, right? This is the operation. This is the circle that they're operating in. Earth products division. Bricks, pottery, glassware, chemical division. Acids, drugs, dyers, etc. That's like food coloring and food dye. Stock raising, grain growing. So these are, that's going to make up the false sense of this state, which is going to be foods, mine, timber, fertilizer, this one and that one. All of these different things within that industry, which is power for the ultimate shit up here. So you going to be able to understand from explosives to rock salt, from fuel to mine. You're going to be able to understand why it's going around like that. If this is the conversion, are they interchanging things? But you're going to also see, look at Kev teach today, right? That this is also what I call this is what I call Tomorrowland. They clone Tyrone. The project. This is everything that they're going to use to keep you seduced in that state of they clone Tyrone as niggas and destroyed the nucleus black family. So it's got to be scientifically produced. Albert Einstein did a great job with explaining what rats and all of these things is. So when you come to class tomorrow, be ready. Press one. Looks like a world fair, right? Now, I just want you to know this all turned into international corporate food companies and real companies. We were just talking about what actually goes into the things we wear and eat and things of this nature. So think like a scientist. Don't think like a Democrat for one day, bungalows, for one day. Okay, it's very important. Again, this up here is showing a nuclear sign here anyway. So you know it's all chemical based. How to run product or chemical to this and do what? Chemically change him and her from upright to a devil. To a devil. The whole plan is to keep her reaching for the stars. I'm gonna show you instant. All us males know about Rome, and Greek mythology, and Sparta, and everything that took place in whatever BC or AD that you ain't never known to be real. You just going off of what we saw in these movies and what the History Channel told us. We born in a time our whole culture was destroyed, and you talking about some damn. But all of us know these stories, knights and this one and that one, keeping us what, off balance, fucked up, time zones all fucked up. And if you stuck in a alchemical power plant, you wouldn't know it. Not if it had sugar and candy and milk and t-shirts and socks and drawers and a cool chain and some music, but you wouldn't even know what world you live in. You would know that they don't master the art of making much money off of you before you get the fuck up out of here, while keeping you mentally confused alchemically. Remember on that movie they said, on that movie with Jamie Foxx, they said they're using these chemicals to do what? To alter your mind. Hair chemicals, all products. They're using fertilizers on you, bug spray, all of the above. So don't act like chemicals wasn't done to you. This wasn't done. Oh, it was done. And not only that. Oh, all you need to put over the chemical is a corporate logo with a funny looking cartoon character on the front. Them niggas will be eating frosted mini wheats forever for breakfast. Yeah, never know. All we gotta do is put this little thing on this box, and they ain't gonna put these big ass words. What's this? 14% of rat shit, 14% of this, 8% of Zuccolavafia. What the fuck is Zuccolavafia? Who knows? We don't even know nothing. We just eating stuff. Press 1. Come on now. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. And then you cook in these skillets. Y'all be cooking in these things that get us chemically. And then the women know this. They know I know what the fuck I'm talking about. They the ones be telling, don't cook in that one. Press 1 that they got the poison in the cabinet. That's the one for the poison in it. Press 1 that skillet right. Don't make that one right there, right there, right there. Why is this in here if you know it's poison? Press 1. We gotta be real with this shit. They alchemically. It's not your. See, I'm not saying your religion is deaf square for nothing. I'm telling you, they got you eating, shitting, pissing deaf, and your religion is in the sky on lunar time, and his religion don't even exist because it's in time immemorial, 1,000 years that the white man don't made up. 30 years ago, they told us slavery was in 12 AD. Now, slavery don't moved all the way up to goddamn 19. Press 1. They told us the pilgrims and all this and then slavery. And then once we got older, hold up. This shit don't, yeah, bro. Anyway, slavery just really ended right there in 1898 when we flipped the country upside down. So it's time to just start telling the truth the way we see it. Because it's okay to tell our truth. So these are the industries we was just talking about. Right? And I'm going to show y'all something else. Now, this is going to be a doozy. An even better doozy. You feel me? I know it is because we always play stuff that's a doozy. For y'all people who was watching the show earlier, this is for y'all because I didn't want to leave. I just want y'all to know this is what we own. Okay, that alchemical study of how they defeated us. And at the world fairs, what did they say they had? Nothing but these were the companies that they were using. Wonder Bread. Kellogg, we know, was a whole poison used for what? For what? What was Kellogg? Come on, G. Now we hearing them talk about rats. So look, oh my goodness. Somebody just texted me and said, is that how they made Adam? Yes. With the 5 elements? Wow. Yes, the second Adam, the transgender Adam, their Adam, the one on the fifth element. Remember? Oh my goodness, that's why it was like a man girl that Bruce Willis Oh shit! Because in the first one he got a penis, and the next one he kill boom. Got you. Transgender. Oh my goodness. You made him a beast. Oh my goodness. I can't believe we living in this time. Shh. I can't believe sometimes you just gotta step back. Oh my goodness. So that's oh oh my, that's why everything they say is upside down and subliminally blasphemous. And it's upright to them. Oh my goodness, bro. Oh, I just thought about it, bro. Oh, Kev, bro. Kev, bro. I done scientifically broke down y'all own shit, bro. I don't scientifically and historically broke down y'all own shit. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. So that's the plan. Is to turn Adam against God. From upright to upside down. Oh my goodness. Oh, you guys are really, really, really going to hell. Oh yeah, in a ham basket. In the way the Bible say it. And we just finding out they using code words for like rats and shit for black people. So, oh man, now I'm really like, I can't believe this. I'm really disappointed in you people, bro.
In Washington.
I see why y'all rather than admit the truth, y'all rather sit there and uphold. Oh my goodness, and wear the star and the crescent moon and practice this stuff. Oh, I quit. Oh no, I'm not taking it easy on y'all. Y'all niggas really have. Oh my goodness, y'all rage war against God using yourself. Oh my goodness. Then y'all sit up here and try to tell us that God ain't real or nothing like that because of what y'all did. Oh, cause what y'all doing? Damn. Cause what y'all practicing? Y'all practicing a foreign thing. Y'all, this is how you turn man against Adam and Adam against. Damn, their whole thing is to turn y'all against each other. I guess it's true. I think it's only a few of us left. Damn. Polygamy, misogyny, whatever that is, where one woman have 30 wives might be. The Bible say in the final days it's gonna be just like that. 10-1. 10 women gonna try to lay hold to one man. Oh my goodness. Let me get my resume ready. Press 1. Let me get my, well, for me, for myself, let me get my bachelor resume ready. 6263. Press 1. I'm finna start a single show like Kendra, starting African Americans. Starting African Americans. It's devastating. Yeah, devastating. I've been sitting up here for years trying to explain how far their scientific methods go, but they're at the pinnacle of what they thought was the end, is to turn you into this. But it's time to wake up now. You can see now, but they don't want to admit it because they don't want to admit they are taking part in what they got you trying to be fear. You at work, minding your business, and they scaring the shit out of you. They coming for our kids. No, you coming with them for the kids. Y'all too. Y'all ain't denouncing nothing. And that's the cold thing about it. So I will. I stand on the merit that I was born with. We don't figured out y'all whole concept. So to be honest, now it's really what are y'all gonna do when Hulkamania tell the truth on you? We don't figured out y'all whole little thing. Y'all alchemical science breakdown of the black family and the deception. The Moorish. Oh my goodness. Y'all damning these people to hell. Damn. And then that's why all the men is turned out. Damn. That's why all the men is turned out. They brains is allegorical and they mind is way over there out of their brain. Oh my goodness. This is why the fuck motherfuckers just turned out. Because they all worship vain things. Huh? Because they all taking part in this metaphysical concept that's going to lead to wearing Kanye boots in muddy waters. Press 1. Now your ass is caught. Look at y'all. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. No, y'all who? Where's Compton Cud? Talking about I am who? KevRow. Smashing all opposition. No, this is what y'all want. Tell me what you want to see now. This is what they want. Press 1. I call it how I... So y'all religion is butt paste. Press 1. Peanut butter and jelly. Press 1. This is y'all historical. This the big secret is y'all gonna make us all the way up in the room to do what? To do what? Oh, I'm cool. I'm cool. I could not even believe. I'm ashamed. I'm gonna be looking at y'all YouTube videos now and just knowing how to come at y'all, and I'm gonna watch every word y'all ever said to relate it back to y'all alchemical belief system and how to expose this in our black community. Y'all done fucked up and let me create a whole channel off this shit. Press 1. We need rehabilitation. Have you been a part of this alchemical process where these men have turned you into a transhumanist? Press 1. If so, call the hotline at 424-209-9506. That's area code 424-209-9506. We're here for you. Press 1. Is your brain upside down and you don't join one of these little cults and blame the Illuminati for everything wrong in your life and the government because you upside down? Call the number 424-209-9506. Busted. Ooh, they don't let the GDs in the door. Press 1. I ain't never thought in a million years. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Shout out to Angelina Moore. You don't have to change your name. So now the black men in the community, in the black African American community, y'all all know the secret science. Mathematical? This is the supreme mathematics? Press hit that like button.
Not like this.
Not like this. It's embarrassing. This is y'all supreme mathematics. 9 times 9 is 54. Who would have thought? What the fuck? Damn. Get out of there. Get out of there right now and go repent. Spirit, earth, water, ice, wind. Captain Planet, he's our hero. Gonna take pollution down to 0. Press 1. When our powers combine. We are Captain Planet, and these are Planeteers, bro, cleaning up the pollution. Stinks around here. Press 1, it smells like boo-boo. Press 1. It's an awful stench. Open up these windows. Woo! What's that smell right there, right there? Press one. Woo! What y'all doing there? Woo! What's that smell right there? How y'all got a fan on and the windows and the doors is closed? Oh, God damn. Oh, hold me like the river Jordan, and I will then say to thee, and you were my friend, but they told me we meant to be faithful. We sorry, God, and fight when we able. And fight to the end, cause we only human. Oh. Mm-hmm. 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 And all of our sins and all of our sorrows, may you forgive us. The 7%ers fooled us. We had to turn away from God. Y'all in trouble. I'm gonna tell. It's never the right time to say goodbye. But you know, we gotta go our separate way. And I know it's hard, but I gotta do it. It's killing me. It's never the right time. The right time to say good. Listen to my heart. Be a part. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Press button. Woo! I use music as therapy because y'all asses in trouble when mama and daddy get here. How many people y'all murdered? Y'all, y'all going to hell, bro. And black people too. If you going right there, well, you first. Oh, you gonna have it first, Israel. Smack, smack, smack. Press one. Oh man, I can't even look at y'all the same. I thought I was battling somebody. Y'all up here trying to battle God. Y'all are Ptah, Peter. Just like I said, man, beast, Lord, and to take God's beautiful Adam, which is you, and corrupt yourself. Press one. So that's where you will be when God comes. What you thought that meant? That means you're gonna be doing all this wild shit they prophesy in that book on earth, like you're doing it right now. All you gotta do is read the book. You're gonna find yourself right there in the end getting smacked around. Press one. That's y'all. Press one, getting smacked. You better find some mercy with God, bro. Find some hamster nuts to ask for mercy or something, bro. Y'all going down like the Nuremberg trial. Woo-wee. Y'all spent this whole time worshiping alchemy, which is your own genocide, and transhuman, which is Kalima, the goddess of death, and the end of, now y'all don't birth transhuman. Now they arguing with Jess Hilarious, telling y'all jealous because y'all ugly when y'all birthed them. And never mind. But I'm saying this is the process. That's how it looks from the metaphysical to the physical. And it's time that you start making some sense of it and stop boobity bopping your head to the beat and listen to the words. How can these niggas care about our communities and they talking all this shit? They doing all this. Come on, ritual. Young Pharaoh making songs called Ritual. Black women there talking about, you go, king. And he dropped y'all like a bad habit. Repent. Now watch this. Before I get up out of here, because it's time for Kev to chill out and watch a little television or study something or maybe play some video games, because this was already killer for the morning show. When we bring the Moors on, we're going to give the platform to the Moors and let them teach us how we sovereign. And I'm going to open the doors to the Pan-Africans and see if they want to teach about Africa and see if they want to convince my classroom that I got it wrong, like Jabari. But Jabari is he know about the energy. The energy is this right here, upside down. Alchemy. That's the energy. So they cast spells doing this stuff to you like this. Doesn't matter in what order or what rotation. I'm not here to even prep you up into something like ooh, because it's a fallen state. It all leads to the male without a penis, castrating him and decapitating him from his head of state position down to a girly man, like Arnold Schwarzenegger said in the movies. Press one, and that's what it's all about, castrating them. And that's what they were doing to the slaves. They wasn't just hanging them. That was after they cut their penises off. That's what all this is about, bro. Your great grandmama was right. It was about the black penis. So our brothers wouldn't do what? Mate. That's fucked up, bro. That's fucked up. So I'm not playing with no people who come to my class for the next year and play like Compton Club, cuz we not putting his work in. We not putting his work in. Now, it's a movie day. And since we watching a few films, go over to that Patreon, sign up, so we'll all be on that channel when they shut this down. You got it? All right, then. Now, look. We going into a better perspective. All right? This is, pay attention to the extermination of rats, rodents, anything dealing with extermination. You know what the hell they talking about now that you in this class. So, we're going to Washington, Seattle.
The city of Seattle in Washington state is the biggest on the American West Coast. Seattle is historically regarded as one of the most unique and visually stunning cities in the world, and is known for its tech industry, massive forests, and futuristic Space Needle. But did you know that there once existed a different and darker face to the city, completely underground? You see, underneath the streets of Pioneer Square neighborhood lies a hidden section of Seattle, which at one time hosted an array of commerce, both legal and illegal, as well as shops, homes, storage, and a collection of fascinating history unknown to most. This came as the result of Seattle's reconstruction following the Great...
Press what? Oh, silky now. Everybody look at their nails.
Not like this.
What that look like?
Not like this.
Nigga, that look like Nuremberg. Don't that look like Nuremberg? All right, don't play with me. Don't that look like Nuremberg? You would think you in Nazi Germany some damn where after the destruction they done. Could you imagine what was going on in this world that they destroyed? They got y'all way up in metaphysics. It's time for you to feel your ancestors. And you ain't going to space to feel them. I'm going to make you feel them right here. You're going to stick your hands in the dirt. That's what your ass going to do. And remember your great-grandfathers and grandmothers and summon them up with all your superpowers of melanated, whatever it is, the energy. Let me see. Put your hand in the dirt. Damn, bro.
Fire of 1889, the streets were lifted several stories above ground level, leaving all...
What?
Several stories above ground level, leaving all the surrounding buildings to partially dwell underground. Fascinating history unknown to most. This came as the result of Seattle's reconstruction following the Great Fire of 1889. The streets were lifted several stories above ground level, leaving all the surrounding buildings to partially dwell underground. Thus, the Seattle Underground was born. After only a few decades, the city shut down the underground for public health and safety concerns, but some areas remain in use for various nefarious activities,
like what?
while the rest were left abandoned. Today, we journey into Seattle's underground city. I'm your host, Ryan Socash, and you're watching It's History.
Y'all ready? Oh, shit.
The city of Seattle, Washington was founded nearly 170 years ago in 1851, and it originally started out as a community of people looking to get into the timber industry. And many people, including the city's own citizens, are unaware that the neighborhood called Pioneer Square in downtown Seattle is actually the birthplace of this great city. This is also where the Seattle Underground is located. So let's start at the very beginning. Since the founding of the city, Seattle's biggest issue was climate and geography. Seattle is situated right on sea level, and it was built upon a slice of land between the Pacific Ocean and Lake Washington. Modern sewage systems still used today are based on water flow and involve underground pipes, sewers, and toilets, which were once called water closets. These systems, born to the mid-1800s, changed the way that cities worked across the world. However, Seattle, being on sea level and in between two vast bodies of water, would prove to be a huge obstacle for these new systems. The sewage pipes would eventually all filter out to the ocean, but as the high tide would come in, the water would run in the opposite direction and the pipes would overflow, resulting in a very graphic and horrific situation where the reverse flow of the pipes would be so bad that raw sewage would shoot out of people's toilets like a geyser, which obviously was not a pleasant sight for Seattle citizens. Seattle is also a city that experiences constant and heavy rainfall, so as the rain streams down street, this would often lead to the sewage system becoming overwhelmed alongside the water from the high tide. Outside of the sewers, heavy rain would also be a major problem for the city as it caused severe mudslides in the streets that would be deep enough to swallow people whole. It soon became apparent to city officials that a mass reconstruction of Seattle was required to solve these problems, but that was simply too expensive and challenging to authorize.
So let's just...
That was until the Great Fire
until that
of
fire
1889, of course. You see, in June of that year, a carpenter's apprentice accidentally let boiling glue come into contact with wood chips, which...
Oh, no, not boiling glue. Oh, my goodness. I know that ain't what burned the whole country up. Lord have mercy. Why need weapons when you can get boiling glue? Press one. Who ever thought? We could have been one Africa. All we needed was pots and pots of boiling glue. Who ever thought? Press one. Insane.
Accidentally let boiling glue come into contact with wood chips, which sparked into a huge fire. And given the fact that Seattle was built almost entirely out of wood, the fire grazed through the city center without stopping for almost 24 hours.
And
a combination
48 days.
of ocean wind fanning the flames in the summer heat, along with a dysfunctional fire hydrant system, led to...
Oh, yeah, the fire hydrant system got clogged up again, like the one in Chicago, because they couldn't find a guy. Remember? Whoever guy, just make one up. Use this picture. God damn it. Press one. These people are insane.
The most devastating fire in Seattle's history, seeing 25 blocks completely destroyed
and built
along
over.
with the entire business district.
Look at all them oil rigs.
There were no deaths reported in any official records.
These niggas got whole musketeer Confederate army gear in a place where steamboats exist. These niggas got whole muskets where cannon fire and bullets really are around, and missiles and shit, and airplane. Hit the like button and subscribe.
In hindsight, many actually viewed the Great Seattle Fire of 1889 as a good thing, since it served as a turning point for the city. Now, Seattle was forced to remodel itself, and with over $120,000 in relief money, they had the funds to do so. This is the environment that led to the creation of the Seattle Underground. The reason that the fire of 1889 was so destructive was that all the buildings were made of wood. So going forward, they required the buildings to be reconstructed of stone or brick, along with new buildings as well. He just told the story in reverse. Of all this reconstruction, it was thought that three major problems,
them all stone buildings, fool,
mud and sewage, could be solved at once. As a result,
This
the
ain't
city
gonna lie to
officials
us.
decided
Look at that
to
big
raise
ass
the
stone
streets.
church.
With these new plans, all the streets in Pioneer Square would be raised 1 story higher,
Oh
or
my-
about 8 feet above ground level.
I told you.
Stone walls would be built on either side of the street, and then the area in between would be filled with new street on top.
Bam.
This way, stone streets as opposed to mud would mean no more mudslides, and
Told
now
you.
there would also be far more space for bigger and more efficient sewage
Just think about
pipes
what that mean,
that could
bro.
handle the excess water from high tides and rain. However, the project to
Look at that
raise
castle.
the streets was planned to take nearly a decade to finish, and in the meantime, businesses
the
had to go about their
fuck?
daily commerce as they simply could not wait for 10 years.
That's
So as
Disneyland.
time went by and construction continued, shops, hotels, and restaurants maintained their everyday activities,
Look at
knowing
this.
eventually that the first and sometimes even second floors of their buildings would be entirely underground. Once the new streets were finally finished, the new sidewalks were connected to the old ones through a series of tunnels, staircases, and ladders. However, the staircase
Now wait a minute. Don't New York? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
and ladders would often be so steep that several deaths were caused when unwary or inebriated pedestrians.
Look, it's a
did
car
not
right
watch where
there,
they
but
were
they're
walking
using
at night.
horses.
Seattle would experience great change just prior to the
Yukon
turn of the
gold
century
fields in
with
Alaska.
the 1897 Yukon Gold Rush of Alaska, which saw over 100,000 ambitious miners trek across the United States.
Sir.
In order to reach Alaska, the
No,
travelers would
100,000, bro. That's the military, bro. I don't believe these motherfuckers, bro. I like they marched across like Hitler with them boots on. Press one, and did what they do? Whose land became federal lands after that? Yours. Everything you own after that. Come on.
to go through Seattle, first before shipping upstream. This brought all kinds of new people and businesses to the city. Many businesses in Pioneer Square capitalized on the gold rush and stocked up on supplies to sell to the incoming miners. So the Seattle Underground was then used as a storage space for all the supplies, but this would end up causing a mass infestation of rats. It was a disturbing sight as
Press one. So you know what I cannot believe. B said it earlier, man. He going back listening. Everything is about rats and mosquitoes and shit. Yep. And I thank God for us being able to think like this. Press one. I thank God for being able to understand what an infestation and the rat infestation. I mean, I thank God for being able to hear that and perceive it that way.
there were so many rats in the underground that people would claim the floor looked as if it was moving. The so-called swamp of rats quickly spiraled out of control.
There it is.
And started to affect the entire city. It wasn't soon after that Seattle experienced an outbreak of the bubonic plague in 1907 as a result. With this in mind, the city officials formally condemned the underground, beginning a new chapter in its history.
I bet
After
you.
about a decade,
I bet you the underground is the revolution.
the Yukon Gold Rush began to die down.
Guaranteed.
Along with it went the mass influx of travelers to Seattle. Most of the more lucrative legitimate
Look at
businesses
this.
left Pioneer Square to go elsewhere in the city, leaving the once prestigious square to take on a rather negative reputation. You see, the fledgling reputation of Pioneer Square due to the fleeing commerce also coincided with the emergence of the Seattle Underground.
Now watch this. Now, when you study the world fairs, think of the time. We're talking late 1800s, early 1900s, all the way through. So don't think like, they were here and they're talking about leaving for business. No, no, no. The World Fairs was the drive to get millions and millions of people here. Remember? Worldwide.
As a mysterious community completely separate from those above ground. With the city's condemnation of the underground and the lack of legitimate business in the area, all that remained was the illegal and clandestine enterprises who now had free rein to rule the underground. Then, once the Prohibition era began in the 1920s and alcohol was banned across the United States, the Seattle Underground became a prime location for speakeasies, illegal bars that sold alcohol during Prohibition but were also associated with jazz music, organized crime, flappers, and other popular culture icons of the 1920s.
Boom.
In the underground,
they're trying to put themselves there.
They
had no
that
icons.
were now under the streets were repurposed into these speakeasies that attracted many customers. As we mentioned before, this brought about many safety hazards as numerous intoxicated patrons would fall to their death around the ladders trying to enter or leave the underground. Over time, the Seattle Underground morphed into a topic that was rarely discussed in formal dialogue as it did not officially exist. It soon became a thing of myths, rumors, and tall tales. But by the 1930s, the public intrigue grew large enough that a group of private investors led by a man who called himself Captain G ventured into the underground in 1936. The goal of their journey was the investigation of illegal gambling and racketeering operations which were suspected to be large and lucrative. They would then report their findings in the Seattle Star, a popular newspaper publication for the first half of the 20th century. Captain G and his investigators concluded that the Seattle Underground was not actually as bad as the public perception of it was. In fact, they noted that it was an entirely different community within itself, and they led a relatively civil society where most adhered to their own laws. Granted, these laws which they obeyed were not the official laws of Seattle, and the people still engaged in numerous illegal activities that the general public viewed as socially degenerate. What the investigators observed was that the Seattle Underground was not necessarily worse than any of the other crime districts within the city or others across the United States. That being said, the criminal operation in the Seattle Underground still posed a huge detriment to the city overall, because all legitimate businesses are heavily taxed by the city government and often have to pay.
And the underground wasn't. But the underground wasn't the underground. It was actually legal. And they made it illegal when they went to war with you. But that's why they went to war with you, because they wanted to overpower you with their restrictions that they couldn't do, that you were by the law of the land entitled to. If your ass want to sit out there and drink, that's your right. Go ahead. Waste your money.
Costly license fees. None of the profits from the illegal businesses in the underground ended up in the city's circulation. The underground cost Seattle millions of dollars in lost tax revenue annually.
Told you.
Not only were these illegitimate businesses profitable, but they were also plentiful, as Captain G and his investigators found many bookies, games of blackjack, lotteries, slot machines, and racing spots. However, due to the action of these investigators, who had been granted a plea from a grand jury to look into the underground, lots of the racing spots began to close down. Resorts became deserted, slot machines disappeared, and over time, it seemed the entire illegal industry in the underground faded away. In 1939, the Puget Sound earthquake, which measured as a 6.2 on the Richter scale, shook Seattle, and many parts of the underground were filled with debris, most of which remains there to this day. But other than that,
what do you think that was?
Earthquake, the Seattle Underground stayed rather undisturbed for the better part of 30 years, ever since the illegal gambling rings were broken up. Well, these series of passageways evolved into sensationalist rumors and myths surrounding the criminal underworld in the 1910s, 1920s, 40s, and 50s. The Seattle Underground almost disappeared completely from the public mind, and everyday citizens would walk the streets without knowing the vast array of corridors that lied just beneath their feet. It wasn't until the 1960s that the underground was rediscovered when a writer from Pioneer Square named Bill Speidel uncovered old newspapers talking about the old and secretive passageways under the city. After writing about his
Catacombs.
discoveries and gaining an overwhelming amount of public curiosity, Bill Speidel created the Seattle Underground Tour in 1965 by popular demand. On the tour, customers are taken into the underground itself, where they can experience the mysterious atmosphere firsthand. They also learn the deep history of this unusual structural phenomenon. The tour still exists today and remains very popular, while 20 blocks of Pioneer Square were officially recognized as a historic district by the city. Ever since the creation of the tour, many people claim that the Seattle Underground is a common site for ghost sightings and other forms of paranormal activities. For example, many who take the tour say that they have a constant uneasy feeling throughout, while some have
That's
seen
right,
and
'cause it's-
heard unexplained things
That's right.
while taking the tour.
That's because
There
it
have
was
also
black
been
people.
several
That's why.
notes of strange occurrences involving moving objects or
That's right.
changes to pictures or paintings.
Yep.
Some people even notice strange figures in the pictures they take themselves
Oh, my
while
goodness.
on the tour. Skeptics would say that this phenomenon is just played up by the tour guides to sell more tickets, but for those with an imagination, it does make sense for the Seattle Underground to be rife with unexplained occurrences given
Damn,
its
bro.
long and dark history. In fact, the 2021 horror film *Malignant*, which was directed by famous horror director James Wan, deals with the Seattle Underground in its own storyline. The Seattle Underground remains a strange and very interesting part of Seattle's history, starting off as a structural
Look.
solution to sewage problems, mud-covered streets, and landslides.
They
It
built
slowly
on top of
evolved
them.
into the breeding ground for dangerous diseases before hosting the perfect arena for criminal activities such as illegal gambling.
They
Nowadays,
fucking
the
built
Seattle
on top
Underground
of these
stands
people.
as a shadow of its former self, with the tour serving as a reminder of the deep-lying history that stains its stone walls and wooden ladders. So next time
Oh
you're
my
walking the streets of Seattle, be wary of the ground you step upon. You never know what might lie beneath it. That's it for today, guys. Hit that subscribe button to catch new videos every
Jeez,
Thursday.
well, I'm finna get on my research. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for staying tuned. And you know, these tunnels, and it's just more than tunnels. These are whole cities that were built over these whole towns, y'all. They literally built over them. Just like I said. That's incredible. I appreciate y'all for tuning into the program. Hey, I'm getting back to my studies. Man. Ain't nothing better than that. And as always, family, I holla.